more than a decade to win 3 straight races. We're at Worldwide Technology Raceway, and the playoffs are underway.
Love it. John Hunter Nemechek just blitzed down into turn 1 and blew the line way wide. And that opens up the door for Hill. I mean, that is just how much intensity all these guys have brought to the playoffs. It's time, and it's now.
Sheldon Creed at orange number 2 challenging Nemechek for second. As you mentioned, Kurt, Nemechek drove it down in there and then had to save it from going through the wall. How about this? 3 wide. Crafton down on the bottom in the 88. Chandler Smith and Christian Eckes with him. Problems for one of our playoff teams. Chandler Smith and that 18 group. A lot of smoke coming out the back end, and I think it blew up, but
no, we were
taking a look at it.
Riding on board, Vince, and you could see the smoke starts to billow out the back, but we didn't hear anything amiss under the hood. The engine sounded clean, Kurt, so
all these guys just back and forth.
Tanner Gray was in a bind there, loose down to the corner. Look at him, 3 wide again, crosses on the bottom. Will he go to the fuzz again?
Caution is out, and the 0-4 involved in that as Corey Roper. We saw the 3 of Jordan Anderson right there with him. And caution for the second time here in stage 1.
I think that caution saved the caution that might have happened down at turns 1 and 2, because it was 3 wide going down into 1. It's like a road course corner. Nobody was going to give up down there.
We've seen some great racing. These guys really being aggressive early on. You see Nemechek sideways, and in the back, around goes the 0-4.
Jordan Anderson had to make an evasive move there up top to avoid the 0-4. Close call there for the 3 truck.
Oh, absolutely, but you always bring your best stuff for the playoffs. Uh-oh, we got caution
back out again for the 3rd time, and it's Jake Griffith. The 51, Griffith making his series debut. And that's the 2nd truck out of the Kyle Busch camp that's had problems tonight. The 18 of Chandler Smith behind the wall, and now the 51 of Griffith.
Right now it's Creed.
Sheldon Creed, the stage win, just his 2nd stage win of the season. What a way to begin the playoffs for the defending series champion. You see the drivers have gotten out of their trucks as we have a power outage situation here at the racetrack, a Worldwide Technology, and Sheldon Creed and Zane Smith having conversation. Creed was your stage 1 winner, and you see some of the issue with the lights there on the backstretch and how dark it is. At one time all the lights had gone out, but the timing and scoring is out as well, and that's why the trucks have had to be parked on pit road. We understand there's been an accident outside the track, which is impacting the power.
When you got the leader on your tail, he's like, I gotta go.
Leader's 1 truck back, and it's like, boom, you pick up 3/10. What? Yeah, Creed's going to win this one. Right on, double up on the stages. He's going to be a tough guy to beat here towards the end of this race.
And that team's got to be thinking, with the speed and the performance of this truck, taking that green and white checker flag, they got to be looking forward to Phoenix. I mean, they got to focus on the rest of the playoffs, but man, they got to feel good about what's ahead.
Sheldon Creed wins stage 2. Well, that's the 4th time that Creed has swept both stages in a race. How many of those would you say he's won out of the 4? You know, this is the 4th time. So in the 3 previous times, Mike, how many times would you say?
I'm guessing 1.
Huh?
It sounds like a trick question.
Zero.
Didn't quite get in there, though.
And then stacked them up behind them. Look at that.
And Friesen had the problem. Ankrum, Gilliland involved.
Something's wrong with the 4 truck, too.
Yes, absolutely. The 4 had a problem, and when trucks jumped out to avoid the contact, big collision. The 66 of Majeski. Oh, what a shame. He's had such a good night tonight.
Yes, he has. There's
another playoff driver, Austin Hill, with a problem. Heavy damage.
Todd Gillen, a lot of damage as well. Jake Griffin in the 45.
Man, that took out a lot of quality trucks.
Another playoff driver, Todd Gilliland. Boy, it has been a tough night on the playoff guys.
Man, that left front's not going to hold much air much longer. But, man, the whole thing got stacked up off of 4. But then halfway down the front straightaway, it looked like the Ford truck popped out of gear. I don't know. There's going to be a lot of investigating that we've got to do to get to the bottom of this.
Ankrum, heavy damage. Well, the only good news, I guess, if you, I know there's going to be some that are going to see this as good news, namely the guys who drive the 18 and the 21 trucks. Well, Chandler Smith and Zane Smith.
And Carson Hocevar to that list, too.
Yeah.
We know what a mighty struggle it's been, and he's just kept his nose clean. And now he's seeing some of his contenders, Regan, have some issues like the 4 of John Hunter.
Well, Michael, you mentioned the issues. He came off at turn 4, and the truck actually shut off on him. He said he was at full throttle. All of a sudden, it went to 0 RPM. He cycled the power on that truck, was able to get it to come right back on. Obviously, though, we see the carnage that happened behind him because of that. Still scratching their head just a little bit as to what took place there.
And heavy damage to the back end of that 4 truck as well. Could have been worse, though. He's fortunate that it was no worse than that, as there's Ankrum out of the truck.
This is John Hunter getting in the back of Ben Rhodes. It looks like no problem yet. And then down the front, right there.
Yeah, right there.
And that's why Ankrum got turned. I think Gillen was right on the back of Ankrum, wouldn't you say? And when he let off to keep from running over the 4 truck of Nemechek, that started this mess.
Yeah, and it's nobody's fault. I mean, it's the whole accordion effect. But, man, nobody's expecting a truck to just die in the middle of the straightaway. Wow, and there's something else way back as well. About 10 trucks back.
A couple of those trucks. Nice job by Grant Enfinger.
Wow. Huge problems.
Watch him come off 2 there, and you'll see.
Yeah, he knew it right away. And, again, like this oval here, this 1.25 miles, tight turns 1 and 2, gives you that road course type of braking down into the corner. And we're seeing brake issues on Zane Smith's truck. Close his eyelids and see Bombardier.
There's Hocevar trying to get around the 15, and the round goes.
You jinxed it, Vince.
Oh, and that's going to be the caution that.
Wait, if he gets it going.
Crafton.
If he gets it going.
Oh, they're going to keep it.
No, that's caution.
I was going to say he spun, he hit the wall. You got to throw caution on that.
Look at that frustration.
Look at Jeff Stankiewicz can't believe it.
We may as well throw in a green-white checker tonight, just because.
Yes.
Oh, this was a slow restart.
Crafton did a nice job on the bottom.
Good. They got
overtime for the win in the playoff opener. Creed getting the jump on the outside. Crafton slips into that second spot. Rhodes in third.
You picked it, Mikey. Crafton picked up second.
Yes, sir. Nice job by the veteran Crafton. Now can he get to the back tailgate of the 2 truck of Creed? Creed's so strong he drives away.
Creed has had the fastest truck all night, and he starts to gap Matt Crafton a little bit. Give himself a bit of a cushion. The white flag is out. The next flag will end it. Caution or checkers.
Haley Deegan in a tight battle back there with Jack Wood. Taylor Gray, all for the top 10, and they get together.
Oh, into the wall. Ryan Truex, still green. Sheldon Creed continues to lead down the backstretch. Matt Crafton trying to get to the bumper. Not going to be able to do it. Sheldon Creed is going to survive overtime and win for the 2nd time this season. Back-to-back at Worldwide Technology for Sheldon Creed.
That was an impressive performance to kick off the playoffs for that group. Great job.
Wow. What a textbook display of dominance. Got out front, had to survive that late restart, and look at the jubilation. You know what they're thinking, Vince? Last year we won St. Louis. What did we do? We went and won a championship. That's the type of momentum this team is looking for.
And that delivers him automatically into the 2nd round of the playoffs. So he'll go to Darlington and, of course, the 3rd and final race of round 1 at Bristol. knowing that he's going to round 2 regardless of what happens at Darlington and Bristol. And of course, Darlington is a track he has won at this year.
Wasn't his interview earlier great? He's just like, I love where I'm at right now. It feels like last year all over again, and he hadn't felt that way, Kurt. The team just have struggled a bit throughout the season. Brought a new truck here. He loves it. And Sheldon Creed, do you now make him the favorite for the championship, or are you going to stick with John Hunter?
You know, I love a good battle. That's what I'm going to say. I think John Hunter's had a magnificent regular season. They had a tough break tonight, but Creed, it looks like the old Creed that we saw last year. So it's going to be a good battle all the way down to the end.
Hey, congratulations to Haley Deegan, by the way, finishing a career best 7th tonight.
And the same for Chase Purdy. What a great run for him in the 23 truck. He got 6th.
Only 4 women have scored a top 10 in the truck series, and those 3 that did it previously did it at Daytona, all at Daytona. So it speaks to the performance and the capabilities of Haley Deegan to get a 7th place finish here tonight. Well done, young lady. And the celebration is on for GMS. Sheldon Creed wins the playoff opener.